You know, an old saying goes that an alchemist is the one who turns anything into love. So sometimes it's not really, love that you will turn something into, but it's definitely important to pause yourself and notice where you've lost a spark of love, where you've lost a spark of joy. Just to notice that maybe you're doing it with the wrong reason, or maybe you're just out of alignment, or maybe you're just overwhelmed and you need to take care of yourself. Okay? Today we'll be talking a lot about this, so get ready. Hey my friends, welcome back to a new video. Today we'll choose a random message from our Instagram page. As many of you know, I'm posting daily messages on our Instagram community. So for every single day I'm giving you this update. So today we'll pick the random one and we'll create a whole message for you from it. Okay, are you ready for that? So before we start, I also want to say thanks to everyone for joining our Patreon community, where I am posting very exclusive content that is not present anywhere else, just on Patreon. Some very frequent meditations, future regressions, things and tools that will help you to manifest, to organize yourself, to live a very fulfilling life. So go and check it out. There's also a community chat and you can join there for free, or you can choose any other option. So let's see what is today's message. Are you ready? Hit the like button if you're ready. Okay, oh, look at that. So it goes like this. Rather than being overwhelmed by everything that is going on in your life, acknowledge your needs and focus on what is in your hands to make the most out of this present situation. Eventually you will notice that everything is just teaching you to master yourself. Now surrender what is not yours. Oh, isn't it powerful? Isn't it powerful? Surrender what is not yours. What is not yours, my friend? Because you really don't possess anything but yourself, your essence, your awareness, and everything else, well, it's fleeting, isn't it? It's fleeting, it comes and goes. It doesn't determine your happiness, it doesn't determine, it gives you this glimpse of joy, like you get a new car, or you get some money, or you achieve some success, or you meet that special person. Of course it gives you this impulse of joy, impulse of happiness, and it's beautiful. All those things are beautiful and we love to play with what's around us. But then we have these moments of being overwhelmed. Like just today in the morning I felt overwhelmed actually, because look, we're just renovating a whole house. It's a big deal. And then we're running projects and there's a lot of things happening and all the messages and emails. I felt overwhelmed today. So I did what I always share with you. I took time, I've meditated, I've sat down with myself and noticed what I truly want to do. Am I jumping too much into the future? Am I comparing myself maybe with someone else right now? Am I feeling like I'm in a competition? Am I rushing too much with my mind and my body can't catch up with it, right? My mind is working quite fast. I have this, I'm grateful for this very creative mind, but it's also a curse sometimes, because many of you may experience that, like your mind is jumping from one thing to another, but your body can't move so fast, right? If that's you, well, that's me. So when I'm experiencing this kind of moments of being emotionally and mentally overwhelmed, I need to notice what to let go of, and I need to write a list of things I actually want to do. And I like to start with some physical activity because it helps us to create mind-body coherence. You see, sometimes we may get lost in our mental world without physically doing anything. And sometimes we're doing physically too much of what is actually not our mental intention. So we need to find this harmony between mind and body. To anyone who's feeling overwhelmed today, it's very interesting. Like, I was just scrolling randomly. This message is from January 26th, and it's something I would need to hear today. And I hope someone out there, like maybe you watching this right at this moment, needed to hear this message. So rather than being overwhelmed by everything that is going on in your life, acknowledge your needs and focus on what is in your hands to make the most out of this present situation. And it's very important, when I feel like that, I'm only sharing what works for me. So when I feel like that, I need to really filter my mind a little bit. Like, sometimes you may get caught up on social media. Like, you may notice some people are doing something else than you are doing, and it may seem like some people are having more fun than you're having fun, and you may start comparing yourself, like noticing, oh, these people are having more fun than me, is there something wrong with me, or things like that. We all may get ourselves in these loops of comparison. But then we also need to understand that your life is your life, your journey is your journey, your path is your path. Like in the previous video I've shared, your dreams are your dreams, your calling is your calling. And maybe those people who may be having fun today have done something very hard yesterday when you've been having fun. Or maybe 1 week ago when you've been having fun, they've been struggling with something. You never know. We always see just the good stuff without noticing the bad stuff, or the stuff in the background that is never shown to public. Like, to those of you who are following my videos here, most of the things are not being presented to you. Like, I share a message with you, but you don't see how much of preparation, how much work, how much of studying, how much of editing, and everything is in the background, so all this system can work. So I can, manage myself and give something to you. There's a lot of work in the background, so don't be so confused or so overwhelmed when you see somebody else doing something you would like to do. Because you're on a journey and you will get to where you want to be, but you need to take care of certain specific things today. So make sure that you do what you need to do today, and you do it with clarity, not being overwhelmed, because at the end of the day you will still, you need to take care of certain things. And you can take it easy, you can organize yourself, you can find clarity in that list of maybe responsibilities. And you can ask yourself, even if I need to take care of these responsibilities, is there some joy in it? Like, can I find some moments of joy doing it? And can I make more pauses in a day and just, slow down a little bit and breathe a little bit, just so I don't get too stressed because of something or too anxious because of something? And can I take time for some moments of reflection and gratitude, just to take care of my frequency, to stay in the right zone, to stay in the right frequency, so I don't get caught up too much in fear or stress or sadness. So I can remind myself, hey, I am the creator. I am the creator. Even if my life right now is not how I would like it to be, I am influencing my future. And your frequency is everything. Your frequency is everything. Because through you, life happens, right? And you're constantly choosing how you want life to come through you. Will you be the one that speaks things into existence, or will you be the one that is reacting to what already exists? Right? It's always your choice. It's always your choice. That is the thing that is in your power. So let go of the things that are not yours. Surrender the things that are not yours. Those are your worries. Worries are not yours. Worries usually come from expectations. and fear of wrong expectations, or maybe these negative expectations, like what if it will not work out, what if these people will judge me, what if they will laugh at me, or all of that. Let go of fears. I mean, usually you can't let go of all the fears. Still, when you will expose yourself to something new, you will feel afraid, because it's untrained pattern, untrained muscle. You're maybe not used to it. Like if you start making videos for public observers, for YouTube, for example, you may be afraid of that. But then you start doing it and you become more comfortable with it, or changing a job, or any of that. Or like starting anything new, or talking with some special person. You may be scared of that, afraid of that. Normally, like you're starting something new, you're building new connections, building new patterns, it's completely natural. But still, there are moments when you just need to let go of it. If you want to relax, just let go of it. You will still notice it just in your thinking brain. When your brain goes from beta brainwave frequency into alpha brainwave frequency, which is more healing state, a state in which you experience calmness in your body. It just happens by maybe focusing on empty space, or focusing on something beautiful, like here is a window and right now there's a rainy day outside and trees are a little bit, moving, and you can see these droplets of water kind of dropping from the leaves, and you could just observe that and focusing on breathing, and you will relax, and that's how letting go happens. Letting go happens by replacing your attention, placing it off the thing that is wrong and placing it on something else that is beautiful, that is right, that is very magical maybe. And it's just replacement, right? Because what we focus on grows. It grows also within us as an experience. It grows within us, like if you focus on chaos, you will feel overwhelmed by chaos, and it will just feel like that chaos became bigger and greater. When you focus on something as natural as this tree right here and rain and all of that, you experience the nature. And you really slow down, because the frequency of this tree right here is very slow. You can actually hear it if you can slow yourself to the degree where you get in resonance with it. You can actually hear it. And when we learn to regulate ourselves this way, it's not like an act of escaping from daily chaos. It's just self-management, so we can take care of daily chaos with more clarity. And with clarity, we see a sacred order in chaos. And then chaos actually becomes more like a process from disorder to order. You kind of see a secret order inside of the chaos. Like it may feel from this small perspective, your life may be falling apart, or you've lost a job, or you've lost a relationship, or something happened, and it may feel like it's all falling apart. But what's truly happening is your life is just taking you from one path onto another. And in between there's maybe tunnel of darkness. Like maybe you need to move through the mountain, like roads are built and there are tunnels going through the mountain, and there's darkness and you don't know what will be on the other side. And then it just happens, like if you travel from, I'm living in Slovenia, and just last year in December we went to France. And we went from Italy, Slovenia, Italy, and then to France, and there's a tunnel. Somewhere just when you get to France coastal road, I don't know what it's called, but it's very beautiful, because firstly, there's a very long tunnel, goes through the mountain. You truly don't know where you will come out, and then on the other side, there's a very beautiful sea view. And there was a sunset, and it was just like this story. Like you don't know where you will come out, and then you come out and you see this beautiful view, the ocean, the sunset, and you're just, amazed by all of that. And that is this secret order that is unknown to us. And on this wider perspective, life is quite quite big and long, and some things take time, and some of you may be these late bloomers, right? You experience this order a bit later than you expect, but it's there waiting you to bloom through you. So don't be so overwhelmed by what may be present in your life right now, because it will all make sense eventually. And those are the moments that teach us gratitude. They remind us of the process of life. Like everything that looks like a mess eventually truly turns into a message, and pain turns into a process, and you become a new you, a higher you. So from that future you will look back and you will see, oh, I needed to go through all of that. So I just want to give this right now, to just for a moment take a pause and remind yourself it's all okay. It's all okay, you got this. Whatever is happening, you got this. You will make it through. And life is supporting you. Universe is supporting you. It has your back. And let go of the fear of unknown. Like again, this tunnel. Let go of the fear of unknown, because on the other side there may be a surprise for you, a positive surprise. And you've experienced this before, like you had no idea how something will turn out to be, and then it turned out to be very incredible. Because you've believed, because you have trusted the process. You've done your best, you've done all that you could. And it happened. And it will happen again. It will happen many times, because it's about seeking and hiding and finding, right? Like, firstly you seek what is hiding. Sometimes it's meaning, sometimes it's joy, sometimes it's abundance, sometimes it's love. You seek it, and it feels like it's hiding somewhere, until you almost give up on searching, and then it just appears. It appears because you've let go of a need for it. You've almost forgotten that you needed it. And things happen when we actually stop really chasing them. We stop chasing them, we stop wanting them, and then they happen. So it's quite interesting, like you want something and then you want it so bad that you kind of start pushing it away and it never happens, and then you let go of it and it appears. It happened to me so many times, like I wanted something, and then every single day I was looking for options how to make it happen, until one day I just stopped, because I've noticed I'm not going anywhere with it. And I've kind of forgotten about that need, and then maybe a few months later it happened so spontaneously that I was like, oh, here it is. Here it is, right? So notice there is a sacred order taking place all the time. That's how this great cosmos is functioning. All the cycles that are happening, all the, spinning in atoms, and circling of the planets, all the activities in the solar system. Everything that's happening, this is a sacred order that's also taking you to the next level of yourself. And maybe right now you're somewhere in between, like in this dark tunnel. Don't be overwhelmed by everything that's happening. Eventually everything will make sense. So make sure that you find these moments of clarity. You write down your priorities, like what you need to do, what you have to do, you organize them, and then just make it happen. Wake up and make it happen, right? But as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, firstly make sure that your mind and body are in balance. Like if you feel a brain fog maybe, because you're mentally overwhelmed, do something physically and your mind will clear. Like there is in biology or in the movement of self-help and combined with psychology and biology, there's a saying that when your mind can shift your body will shift your mind, which means that sometimes it's not truly getting yourself ready mentally, it's just getting yourself ready physically, like going out for a run or doing a bit harder workout or going into a cold water or something like that, where you shock your body a little bit and your mind will get clear and you will experience this mind-body connection, mind-body balance. And then all these to-do lists and everything you need to take care of will just get easier. And then make sure that you have these daily checks where you take care of all these things, but you also take breaks in between and you check yourself. And you reflect a little bit on the things that are already falling into place. And you can find some moments for gratitude to check your frequency, right? If it's still where you want to be, okay? You got this, my friend. I see you smiling. Keep it up with that. So I hope you found great value in today's message. I'm sending you lots of love, blessings, and power. I want to say thanks to everyone for supporting my art, purchasing the prints of my art on our store, AttractPassion.com. The link is in the description of this video, or Etsy store, I Draw My Passion. You can find all of my art there, prints of my art, original paintings, some of them are actually available, you can check it out. And to anyone who would love to work with me, I'm also offering coaching and working with people one-on-one. If you feel that's something for you, you can find the link in the description as well and book a session. I'm excited to meet you, my friend. Until next time, one love.